Ach, Henry, ich glaube, ich weiß schon, wie eine Fernbedienung funktioniert, okay?
Welcome to Cartoon Investigation. Have you ever wondered if Henry Danger was hiding something far more sinister beneath its lighthearted superhero antics? What if I told you that Henry Hart wasn't just a lucky kid chosen to be a sidekick, but an unwitting subject in a secret mind-warping experiment? In this investigation, we will dive deep into the dark truth behind Swellview, Captain Man, and the terrifying hidden purpose of the Man Cave. Stay with us as we unravel the disturbing layers of Henry Danger and reveal why Henry may have never truly escaped. Chapter 1. The Illusion of Swellview. Swellview is presented as a vibrant, quirky city filled with eccentric citizens and a seemingly harmless crime scene. But what if Swellview is not a real place at all? What if it's an artificial environment designed to control and manipulate Henry's perception of reality? Henry Hart was never chosen by Captain Man. He was placed into this role. Every detail of his life, from his friendships to his superhero training, was carefully orchestrated by an unseen force. The Man Cave isn't just a superhero hideout. It's a high-tech psychological conditioning center designed to keep Henry compliant. Think about it. Swellview lacks any significant police force. Crimes seem bizarrely cartoonish, more like staged events than actual threats. Even Captain Man himself operates outside any real authority. No military, no FBI, just a single vigilante claiming to protect the city. This setup feels more like a controlled social experiment than an organic city. Henry's parents, friends, and even school teachers could be actors or programmed individuals, ensuring that Henry never becomes aware of the deception. Unlike a normal city, Swellview has no significant history. There are no references to real-world politics, historical events, or national concerns. Everything feels isolated, as if existing in a bubble of artificial reality. The biggest clue, Henry himself. His sudden recruitment into crime fighting isn't logical. He's not the strongest, smartest, or most strategically inclined kid, yet he is chosen. Why? Because he was meant to be Kid Danger. But who is behind it all? The answer lies in Captain Man's past. Chapter 2. Captain Man, a failed super soldier. Ray Manchester's backstory is riddled with inconsistencies. According to official accounts, his father, Dr. Carl Manchester, accidentally made Ray indestructible in a freak accident. But what if this was a lie to cover up something much darker? What if Ray was an early experiment in enhanced human conditioning, and Henry is simply the next phase of that experiment? The Man Cave is filled with technology far beyond what should be available to a lone superhero. It resembles a covert government facility, not just a hero's lair. Schwarz, the supposed quirky genius, is actually an intelligence operative keeping the experiment running smoothly. His bizarre inventions aren't random. They serve to test Henry's resilience, adaptability, and obedience. Ray, knowing he was a failed experiment, agreed to raise a successor, Henry. But unlike Ray, who was given physical enhancements, Henry is undergoing psychological conditioning. The goal? To shape the perfect soldier, one who obeys without question and perceives falsehoods as reality. The clues have been there all along. Henry's training isn't focused on raw power, but rather on reacting to increasingly absurd scenarios. His missions seem more like behavioral tests than actual crime fighting. Every ridiculous villain, Dr. Minyak the toddler Drex, could be fabricated threats designed to monitor Henry's responses under pressure. One of the strangest aspects of Ray's powers is that they are never replicated. If his father was able to make Ray indestructible, why wouldn't they attempt the process again? The logical answer? Ray was a failed prototype. Rather than risk another physically enhanced human, the focus shifted to mental manipulation, shaping a hero who follows orders without the risk of rogue behavior. And what happens if Henry resists? The system has a failsafe. Chapter 3. The Memory Reset Protocol. Throughout the show, Henry exhibits bizarre lapses in memory and sudden personality shifts. He accepts absurd explanations without question. What if this isn't just sitcom logic? What if Henry's mind is being periodically reset? Schwarz's memory wipes are treated as jokes in the series, but what if they are actually a real conditioning technique? Every time Henry starts questioning his role or begins realizing that his world is fabricated, his memories are wiped and replaced with fabricated backstories. The final proof? The series finale. Henry leaves Swellview and moves on, but Captain Man simply replaces him. Another kid steps into the Kid Danger role. The cycle continues. The experiment isn't over. It never was. Henry's entire life was a simulation, a controlled test to create the perfect soldier, and he was just one of many. Chapter 4, The True Purpose of the Man Cave. The Man Cave isn't just a base of operations for Captain Man, it's the heart of the experiment. What if its true purpose is to function as a simulation chamber, an isolated environment where Henry's perception of reality is controlled? Consider its underground location. This would ensure that Henry remains physically cut off from the real world. There are no windows, no natural light, just artificial screens and a manufactured environment. Everything Henry sees and experiences inside could be an elaborate illusion controlled by schwas and the unseen forces behind the experiment. Additionally, the cave is equipped with advanced surveillance systems. Cameras and scanners monitor Henry's every move, recording his responses to different scenarios. The villains who attack Swellview, they might not even be real. They could be simulations or actors playing a role, ensuring that Henry continues to respond according to the experiment's design. The real question is, what happens when a subject becomes too aware? If Henry ever started questioning reality too much, the man cave could serve as a containment facility. Perhaps that's what really happens to past Kid Dangers, the ones who don't make the cut. They aren't retired, they're eliminated or placed in permanent stasis to prevent them from exposing the truth. Chapter 5, The Endless Cycle and the Next Kid Danger. If Henry was just one experiment, that means the cycle must continue. The moment Henry left Swellview, another chosen kid took his place. But why? Because the program isn't over. It never was. What if Swellview is just one of many cities like it, each with its own Captain Man and Kid Danger? What if different experiments are being run in parallel across multiple locations, testing different methods of superhero conditioning? The experiment continues. New subjects are recruited. The man cave remains operational. And somewhere deep within the facility, Henry, the real Henry, remains trapped, his mind being rewritten over and over again. And the worst part, he'll never even realize it.